is definitely from the wartime.
It's not street level. We're way below that. 1945.
This is from World War II, like this is used for patients.
On the surface, Vienna is one of the beautiful modern European cities. However, underneath the city, underground tunnels stretches over many levels dating back to the time of the Romans. Hundreds of years before the Second World War, here were tunnels, breweries, connecting tunnels, deep cellars constructed under the city. Huge brewery tunnels and factories were constructed into wartime production for everything from munitions to V-1 and 2 parts, jets, and special research project. All moved underground in and around the city. And during the Second World War, many more reinforced connecting tunnels were constructed so both civilians and soldiers alike could safely move during the bombing and shelling. And sadly, from late 1944, that began to happen more and more frequently. In 1945, by the time the 2nd and 3rd Ukrainian Front began their final assault on the city, it had already been bombed by Allied air forces over 50 times. And now the city faces street-to-street fighting, house to house, as the Russians battled their way through the 2nd SS Panzer Corps, several Hitler Youth and anti-aircraft units, and even many soldiers simply convalescing from their wounds, now faced with fighting for their lives once again. A week of bitter fighting, street to street, house to house, nearly destroyed a fifth of the city, including 80,000 apartments for civilians. German commanders took up field headquarters in the many basements connected by tunnels. Medics set up triage and first aids, even surgery stations in these cellars and basements. Along with civilians and wounded, they all gathered up also in the 3 huge pairs of flak towers in Vienna, while their guns on the roof took part in the fighting with direct firing on the Russian troops, as well as trying to keep the skies clear. Over 1/3 of the Allied bombers would suffer losses or heavy damage. But this city was destroyed. Bombs had penetrated the streets into the several floors of the underground and exploded, sealing many of these cellars, basements, and tunnels. And after the battle was over, and the Russian soldiers were done violating the women and girls of Vienna in their traditional orgy of violence, it was time for the citizens to begin rebuilding their city, starting with demolishing the remains of buildings, rebuilding those who could be salvaged. Now, of those buildings that could not be repaired, that were destroyed, and rubble was many times simply pushed into the bomb craters or the voids, sealing many more of them. Now, slowly, in modern times, the city has grown. Buildings are being renovated, new basements are constructed, as well as underground garages. And many times, these time capsules are becoming accessible. But most often the people running new cables, wiring, or simply living above never really search their basements, even the deep ones, as they may not really realize what or whom may be buried beneath. That is why we again wanted to descend under Vienna to take a look, suspecting something more, as Gerhard had gotten a little tip.
But you shouldn't name the address.
No. So, it's not the first time you took me to strange places underground. Under a big city, in an old staircase.
I'm not sure if we have boots coming out of the wall here.
Last time we found boots sticking out of the wall. That was very interesting.
My question was a little bit weird. I now realize.
We will never
Human
ever
boots?
I said there's boots sticking out of the ceiling. He says human boots. So this is definitely part of the old city wall, or city. And
But this is just the first floor.
I know, but I love this.
And this might be really old. This should be more than 500 years old. type of wall with big stones might be Middle Ages.
So what are these for ventilation or?
The shafts might be in part for ventilations, primarily these that are straight up, and then there are some which were used for delivering things like coal down to the cellar.
Yeah, it's. So I don't see any bomb holes just yet, except this looks fairly new. It looks like it's been repaired to some degree at some point.
I think now we are at the first floor.
That's right.
I just wonder if we are the correct one, because it looks different than I was last time.
Good edge. That's not open. That's from the elevator.
So, are we in the wrong place,
It looks like.
or did that used to go down?
That used to go down some times.
I mean, I also think a red brick wall has separated it at some point.
No,
Ah,
one second.
da sind wir endlich. Das ist die Stelle, die ich eigentlich gesucht habe. Und
Die ich gefunden habe.
ja, normalerweise normally kann Is there a person, body, dead?
No.
Well, we never know until we go.
No, it's just me.
So
I'm not a dead body.
this way or that way? What's on
Yeah,
that way?
this might be interesting, a stone arc which goes over the staircases. This might be really old. Some people say the Romantic style. And this is interesting. I don't know these. They are either because it's dangerous or because if police it reads, then there has been a murder here.
It's okay.
Well, these things happen all the time.
Yeah.
Oh, this really is old. Now, of course, one of the reasons why we are crawling around down here is because people would hide here during the bombing, during the war. So, we never know. We found things here before. Found some bones. We found some bones before when we were in these places. And uniform fragments and bits and pieces, which is why we're here today. Although the scenic architecture is very interesting. Only Tom will strangle himself on a piece of plastic rope. So, I figure this one is sealed off because of...
Danger.
Oh yeah, of course. Why else would it be sealed off? No, I just wanted to see.
Yeah, but I think they're beautiful walls on the left side. Tell me before you think for the photograph. Yeah, I still remember these are really old, beautiful walls.
Hole in here, if you're interested.
Wow, look at this
Yeah,
wall.
that's the next floor.
Was this the wall you were talking about?
The left one.
Oh, because this is beautiful. This is beautiful the way this is.
Yeah,
Is this
absolutely.
something related to bomb or something? Or like ammunition? I don't know.
I don't know. This was it used to be chromed? Maybe. What is this, Tom? I think it's. What do you think of this? See, that woman sees everything. I love it.
What?
I love it. You see everything.
Yeah, because I like to see like some stuff.
No, this is where you should always bring a woman, because you pay attention to details while we are just bashing our way forward. Like, we are men forwards. No. There's a thing here. Okay.
There's a second one. Is it the same one? I think so. The second one is heavy.
Old cork bottles.
Okay.
Can you restrict? I don't know, but this one is heavy. There's something inside. The other one is light.
Hopefully it has.
So does this mean if we hammer on it, then it make boom?
I don't
Yeah.
think so.
Maybe.
I don't think it's munition.
No,
And it doesn't.
but
I
it
mean-
looks the same like this.
Yeah.
It's inside her.
It's too big to be a projectile. Well, I mean,
I don't know.
I suppose.
This looks like a real entrance to an extra.
Yeah, they're also on this side.
Mm.
You see on the low area?
Oh, yeah.
There on the low area is also the arch.
Yeah, here, yeah. Big fan of arches as this. So, what exactly happened here? There was a wooden floor. It's not like there was an access tunnel for anything.
I think it goes to the floor beyond us.
I think so. I think there's only one way of finding out. But look at the frame. This was a door here. Like I said, only you can hurt yourself on plastic.
No, there was wood. Let's see if the next one is. No, he's down here.
This was an old storm cellar door, except,
It's all the way down.
well, that would be, I guess the American way of looking at it is we wouldn't have a storm cellar. And it was left of the staircase. So, oh, something new was built here. All right, be aware that this step has moved. That step, so just walk down on the on your left side over there. Because that, don't step on that. Don't step on this, and then step on that. Step, yeah, or step there, and then step there. You guys got that? Step on that one, and then on the middle, because these two move.
Okay.
These
yeah.
broke down from the center, that whole step there.
I feel it even.
I don't know where to go first, it's all amazing.
I know. I mean, I could see why people would want to hide down here. In case the evil Russians are bombing. This is modern debris.
Hey, I mean, this is probably really old type, no?
Let's see the other side. No, No, it doesn't have to be new, old.
Okay.
Is this what you were talking about?
Yeah, here it's
There's an old light.
here it's closed with some bricks, some white bricks, and behind that, 10 years ago was a huge cellar which was used for storage from a restaurant, maybe even from this other restaurant, and you could go up to this door which I showed you.
Yeah.
So we are maybe
Shoot.
below the Schulerstraße, Davidstraße.
So they found a dog tag down here? Was that what we said? What was found down here?
Yeah, something like a remnant of a soldier, either half of the mark or both parts, I don't know, and maybe some bones. But I heard this from a person which I don't know how exactly he describes.
Well, I have a metal searching pin in my bag. So why don't we go that, get the little metal detector, and see what we come up with.
Unfortunately, I'm not completely sure on which part of the cellar it was, but there are a few Schutthaufen. This one and especially over there.
Yeah.
There's a big one. And
Did we get a date on the shoe, madam?
here's a shoe.
Second lieutenant?
Tell me.
Did you get a date on that shoe? That's
On
newer.
the shoe.
That's newer, isn't it?
That's probably, yeah.
It looks like 80s. I don't know why.
It's new because it already has a hole.
Yeah.
That's why I'm thinking 80s. That was a thing in the 80s, and
Oh, this is cool.
it's amazing they can still find dead dudes down here.
I think you have too many thick.
I have my metal detector in my bag. I have the little, you know, the search pin. They have the pinpointer. I'll grab the pinpointer in my bag.
Where's your?
I just set it up here.
Kommen Sie, Fräulein Erika. Ich bringe Sie wieder zu Bett und bringe Ihnen die Medizin.
This is some part of lamp,
Wow.
and it's before the top.
These are the old lamps. And then
So where are these?
oh, so, yeah, in one of the rooms. This. Here's my orange penis.
You know what is this? This is from World War II. Like, this is used for patients. Like, it depends like which color you got. It means like you are in danger or like
That's a wounded slip.
yeah. And it seems like really old. There is like
I mean, it must be. Why else would it be here if it wasn't from the war?
yeah, it's from the war definitely.
But that's amazing because this could be an indication maybe that this was a lazaret.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Tom, yeah.
We know
And
about
there is.
2 lazarets here. In
It seems
Vienna.
like money, no? No.
Weapons.
Maybe it's from paper.
Bottom of bottle.
Yeah, there's many of them.
You got to dig through with it. You can't. It will only like this far from, so you could just rummage around in the dust.
But this is so cool, like.
I mean,
Ist
there's
das
lots of them.
entdeckt war das Orange oder einfach was zum Graben?
And there is some pocket.
Das Piep. ein Metalldetektor.
Ja. Das ist ein Pinpointer. Nur wenn man in die Nähe von einem Stück Metall. That's something. That's really something else.
Yeah, this is really cool.
That's plastic. What are you doing?
Well, there's something somewhere.
Der piept doch bei Plastik.
Nee. Nur Metall.
But now it stopped. Oh. Oh, the nails.
Are they boot nails?
I don't know.
Well, that would be her department.
I don't know.
I mean, that is your department, I would venture to say.
But this is so cool, like this is amazing.
Here's a piece of metal.
Is this it?
Yeah, this is,
For
This is metal, isn't
money,
it, Tom? Tom,
for money,
pinpoint.
do you think?
Just metal.
I don't
Nope.
know what it look like. But this is
There's
really
another
like,
nail.
this is something.
And these are again parts of.
Yeah, this is all like
Something, yeah.
scattered because it got wet.
Hello. Wherever you was.
Is there any writing on any of them?
Nope. I think maybe there was like small lazarette before, like when it was.
That's what we found
That
last
is
time.
bone.
That's what we found last time in one of these basements.
I
We
don't
found.
want to brag, but this is bone.
There's another nail.
You're a nurse.
Can you say if it's human?
I don't know.
I think it's difficult.
Well,
But we can safe say it's bone.
all right. Keep digging.
Okay.
Like I said, we need to bring the guys home. This is, I guess, one bone at a time.
But so no one was here because they would take it if they like.
Although some people just leave it there and photograph it, which
Oh
is
yeah.
also fine. It depends on the danger that it gets removed. For example, if the house is renovated.
Yeah.
I mean, but that's what we found last time was a field that's like we had bandages.
What is this? Is another bone, I guess.
Okay, that's getting pretty big.
I wonder if that's,
What is it?
if that's a pig or a wheel.
Well, look, hang on, look at this. This has been cut. This has been cut. This is sawed,
Yeah.
right?
So
Yeah. So can
Schweine or
So theoretically,
something to eat maybe.
well, something to eat, or you have the top of a femur, you have the supporting bone. This was cut. The man, if he had a leg amputated,
Yeah.
they would
Yeah,
cut
maybe.
it like this.
I really think there was like something like prominent lazarette here, for like maybe
That's what we're finding.
during bombing.
I mean, I know a colleague from the biology study. She's at the Stadtarchäologie and she's a specialist for animal bones, so she can definitely differentiate.
What is this?
Is a cat?
It seems like part of something.
It's fabric.
Yeah, definitely.
This could be it be a uniform fabric?
Maybe.
It was had the color, doesn't it?
Yeah,
This
it's
almost looks like it
blue.
was burned.
This is so cool.
So, yeah, keep going. I mean,
There is definitely something under this pile. This is something.
yeah, I don't know where this came from. This is a metal something.
This is part of something.
Metal.
Hobnail.
Hobnail. Well, this is too big to be a boot nail, but
I mean, you never know what Roger likes.
this last piece of the papers here.
Yeah.
This bottle is dark, but it's green.
Yeah, but this is glass.
This could. I mean, I was looking if there's any of the medical bottles, but they would be darker.
Yeah. There's something happening. No, it's just a lot of stones stuck on together.
I mean,
Probably nothing interesting. Let's see.
You have a name and a date.
really,
Yes.
a dog tacker on the ball.
Seehetbauer,
1945 or 1925?
February 23.
1945.
Isn't it
He
part
had
of
nice
something?
handwriting.
No, it's too new.
Yeah.
Wow.
From a lamp or something.
I mean, if you stuck down here with bombs dropping, you'd want to put your name in, so at least someone will know you were here.
Mm-hmm.
What is that?
What are you doing?
The other thing is, look, they ran electricity down here.
This looks like bakelite, no?
Oh, it's
Okay.
ceramic.
Yeah, but they said they ran electricity down here. It's not medical, is it?
I don't think so.
What is this? Carpet?
Yeah. What is this?
There's attachments on the walls, though.
Yeah. You have also here one. Metal.
This is a blue office or something. What is funny how every time we go under Vienna we find bones.
Name?
Oh,
Here.
1945?
Seehetbauer.
Oh, it is also
That's what we were looking
above
at. That's
this.
what we were. Yeah.
5.
And there's another attachment. Look like writing. And there again, wood dowel, all the way over. And all the way down. Something ran all the way over here. And then where did it go? So that's what we found in the last underground under Vienna. Besides more bones. We found a field that's right. We found electrical conduits. I mean, bones you would throw in the corners, granted. Stuff always ends up in corners, doesn't it?
Oh my god, this is full of spiders here.
Don't worry about it. They're more afraid of you than you are them. Blah blah blah.
You think?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Totally.
They don't like when I
But the wound slips are significant because that really tells what was here.
There we have the old newspaper.
Right.
Oh, no. Handcuff.
Better it is, didn't it?
No, this is from newspaper.
Oh, okay.
You have the insert, the announcement.
There's been some, yeah, I mean, it's been on fire. It's been burned. That does not help. Can we maybe see? This is an old newspaper though.
Yeah, it looks old.
It does.
You have old signs here. Something.
Where's that young second lieutenant with the good eyes? Oh, you turn it off?
Yeah.
That's a newspaper.
Oh yeah, which day, guys?
I mean, all this burnt newspaper.
Ist so eine Zeitung, was lautet? Das hat so als Einrammung. Das ist interessiert.
This is an interesting shape for a stone in the middle of here.
Die Zeitung, was lauter solche Einrammungen hat.
Der Samstag hatte das zum Beispiel, glaube ich. Das ist so eine Klatschzeitschrift gewesen in den 80er, 90er Jahren, die meine Eltern gelesen haben. Und auch so ein kleines Frauenblatt und so.
Here's your matchbook. So, what year is the matchbox?
Oh, this looks old.
Shush.
But I mean,
Ja, das so much little nails.
Yeah. I mean, it's just. I wonder what was on fire and what burnt down here and why. I mean, okay, there's fires everywhere. I just want to see the. Want to find the dog tag. I mean, they were hiding down here for the Russian bombing and for the fighting above, so this makes sense.
The book is about a sick woman that gets murdered.
Okay.
So maybe they took some book with them.
What book?
yeah, there is book over there in German.
There's a book.
Yeah, but it's just piece of book.
Is there a date on the book? Is there any? There's no dates on this?
No. I didn't find the title page.
Metaxa.
It doesn't look like.
Metaxa?
This looks nice. What's that?
Könnte so von irgendeinem Möbelstück sein.
Piece of furniture? Piece of a chair,
Yes,
maybe?
this is
A chair, maybe, yes.
Yeah.
And this is piece of lamp.
No, hang on.
It's a lamp.
There's a lamp?
It's a
Yeah.
lamp,
Yeah,
yeah.
it is a lamp, yeah. You could also have broken a foot with your
Kann das
vase.
nicht sogar eine Autolampe sein, eine altmodische?
I think it's too big for...
It would be a hell of a place to have your leg amputated. That would be a bad day.
What is this?
What is that?
I would say it's part of bone, definitely. I'm quite sure, but
Poison bone,
Yeah,
huh?
it is. Look, it's not good because there is like.
What's it called? What's it called? What are they called, nurse?
I don't know in English.
We'll take it and check.
Like, what do you mean?
What are the little air pockets in bones called? The little dents, little grooves, the little holes.
Ja, das wahrscheinlich das Knochen.
Ja.
Ja, da gibt es noch diese.
Ja.
Ich weiß nicht mal.
Ich weiß nicht, was in Englisch. Weiß ich nicht, was ist in
Ich
Dänisch?
weiß nicht mal, was das in Deutsch heißt.
Ja.
Pflanzenhandelsmittel. Ich bin Botaniker. Knochen. Knochenskelett, glaube ich.
Should I take it off? Sorry.
I mean, I knew it was off.
Stone.
Yeah.
So, in which corner are you finished?
Wait, what?
I have to go to the toilet. I have to take one of.
Oh God.
I take the right here.
Go at the end of that tunnel. But this cloth as well is
Like
definitely.
from a big path.
Yeah.
I think here has to be an underground river.
Yeah, but
I can hear it. I just wanted to give an explanation for the video.
You,
No,
ga-
it's not
ah,
some-
remember? Gas? Remember we found it the other tunnel?
Is this the Abdichtung, do you think?
Yeah, I think. Well, that's my finger,
Wow.
but besides that. This looks like gas, doesn't it?
like what?
Or nurse. Gas. Gas,
Maybe
but
zum Abdichten
I don't.
to make the
Bandages?
doors airtight? Or?
no, bandages.
Bandages, okay.
Remember this? That's what we found this
Mhm.
in the other tunnel, where we knew there was a field
Yeah,
hospital.
maybe, but it's really fragile.
No, it's 80-year-old gas.
Yeah,
It would be.
But like usually they didn't use like, especially on the end of the war, I doubt there would be like stretchy gaze like now because they usually used piece of heavy cotton with like.
I mean,
high
even if
grammage.
this was cotton, it still sort of looks that way.
Yeah.
And all the people who've been down here ever since, most of them probably never knew.
I mean, I'm not sure if the medical tickets were not used like after the war as well, but this is definitely something that was used during war.
No, this is the military tickets.
Yeah, and then used to
Yeah.
like selected people that were out of
Yeah.
danger and by the wounds they had, like how serious it was.
I mean, this is.
And there is many of them, so it's probably like, and it seems like there's holes in it.
I mean, no, I'm saying that could also be just decay
Yeah.
or rot, but they find a couple of bones, found uniform parts. We find the wound slips. It's pretty telling of what was here.
Yeah, I mean, this is also part of something.
Doesn't it have a sort of a hint of grey or green cloth?
Yeah,
Could it be uniform? That's your department.
I mean,
It's very fine.
yeah.
Could be a
No.
shirt.
Wait, no, because here it's like, you see, it seems like a raincoat. I don't know. It could be anything. It's.
Yeah.
I mean, this
But-
is not really telling much.
Bone and wound slips.
Yeah, I mean
That
that
is
could tell
what
you a
it
lot.
is. Yeah. Gives us a pretty good idea.
You're not going upstairs? Or we came from here?
We're upstairs. What's here? Have we been here?
I'm not sure.
Ich habe keine Ahnung. Oh, da geht noch weiter.
Okay. Okay.
Oh, there is the, like, this is like 70s, 80s, like hair rollers. Because during
Is it correct that you came down here?
No.
Because you,
Oh yes, this is
you
where we were
slide
upstairs.
it down.
No, he
somewhere.
didn't. He didn't. But like, I don't think so.
Here's electrical aggregates again.
And this is where we were upstairs, right?
This is. Huh?
Nails, all nails.
None of these are hobnobs.
Yeah, let's go further.
Yeah, and also the other way.
Here we have a name, I think. Either here or in the next one.
Here's wooden dowels. Here's stuff.
Here it's reinforced with concrete, so that's World War II. I think there was a
This is metal. Metal pipes or something. And here's the door hinge. That's probably where a lot of these doors came from. The nails came from those doors and stuff.
A big window. Or something.
The problem is that what we want is probably buried under a lot of this.
Oh, someone lost his Sony camera. Deckel.
Look at this.
Oh, this looks old.
Well, I know.
Schicksal wohin. But this is the old type.
Yeah.
This is old. This is really old.
Yeah, it is.
God.
I think they walked down the other tunnel.
God. Is it a man?
There's a hammerhead. Yeah. And I know what the nails were being nailed in.
But it's funny, here it's concrete
Yeah.
and here it's bricked up.
So I'm kind of thinking about the bricks would be where there would be names.
Here you have something old. This is really old.
This is World War II. From 1933.
1933.
Yeah. Copyright 1933.
Wow.
You can,
That's only.
Here I noticed the star, whatever this has meant. And when we did research here, together with the Hausverwaltung, 10 years ago, we noticed that here is an Italian name which degrades due to calc from water.
Of course.
But
Yeah.
Angelina Omera or something.
We will clean that up and find out.
And that's June maybe. That's something. And here was the year. And I'm quite sure that I have photos from 10 years ago.
I'm thinking Now, Gebirgsjäger, see if you can remind me. What's the radio room sign? The funk sign. That's it. That's
Can't remember.
I can't remember either. You know where I'm going with this. A knife.
That's a knife.
That's a food knife, though.
Food knife, yes.
I was kind of hoping for a scalpel or something.
And an SS
That's
knife.
that. Okay, an SS dagger. Yeah, okay. No idea how interesting this is. Might be a little boring to look at, but this is for the door. Like that, I think. I was dying to see what's in here. All of a sudden we're back in a more modern tunnel. That's not street level. We're way below that. This is something else. Okay, it was bricked up, I get it. But this tunnel looks far more like. And it was being constructed. They were still constructing this. Tom? Yeah? Have you seen the end of this tunnel? No. This tunnel was made towards the end of the war. The construction wood is still in here.
Yes, that's what we wanted to show you.
So you have the wooden dowels, and here you have the construction wood.
Really? That's cool.
So this was new. I mean, relatively new towards the end of the war that they built this. Why?
Oh, but maybe it's going somewhere up.
Well, we're not. The street is not above us. There's at least one more floor above us.
Yeah.
So, which is probably a building on now. If there wasn't back then, that could have been to another basement. That could have been interconnecting tunnels under the basements.
Like there is holes for someone poking it, maybe.
So you could run from basement to basement?
Yeah, that was the normal thing here.
There's
Yeah.
also like a hole on the
Yeah,
top.
in every
So maybe
basement you have the Mautdurchbruch
You see it there
to the other
in the corner.
basements.
Yeah, exactly.
That's how they built the Raumschutznetz.
Yeah. Yeah, of course you'd want to go from all the tunnel systems to each other.
I would not like to be stuck in one.
But then, funny thing is, normally these are just small holes, not like tunnels like this.
Yeah, I know. This is very elaborate and very.
Okay, there's something laying on it.
That's new. That's probably
Should I try to go there?
not. I think this is a cement or a steel plate. That's not going anywhere.
Oh yeah.
But this is very well made. This is the rungs. The rungs are not the same either. These are different rungs.
Yeah,
This is
so-
basically whatever they could find. This was built in a hurry, but it was built towards the end.
You saw the old rock here? Have a look.
Oh, didn't see that.
That's a bone tool, or is this a stone?
No? Would you grind your teeth against it and see if it did? Oh no, that's a pearl. Never mind.
I don't want to touch it.
Don't be so. Don't be so. It's a stone.
It's a stone, okay?
Yeah, don't worry.
Here's another newspaper. Here's another of those papers.
It's a stone in tunnel.
Oh, there's something written about Martner.
No, but it's a very different type of stone than from what you would see.
Ah, okay. That's a typical in the river around it.
Okay.
Diesel.
That is Martner nach Schwächert.
What?
Oh.
It's from the brewery. Martner.
Really?
Yeah, Martin was the brewery, the owner of the brewery. We was at St. Mark's.
Oh, really? So that could explain why we have an Italian name
Yeah,
here.
but
They
this-
could have been Italian
look.
prisoners here.
This one, this is like, this metal one are from World War II because this one is probably like 50s for the hair curling.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, this is definitely World War, and this one too.
I mean, could the plastic curlers that...
No, I don't think so. I never saw them.
It's a metal
Like,
one.
I know the metal one my grandmother used, and I still have like loads of them.
I know, if you got them too hot, they would burn your hair off.
No, yeah, and they're
My-
very uncomfortable.
My mother had these, I
Yeah.
think, and my grandmother the yellow ones, and these I didn't ever see except in photographs from the early 50s
I
or
know.
something.
What
Yeah,
are
I'm not sure about this one really because this is plastic, and I think bakelite was.
they, and would they ever use bakelite for curlers?
No, I don't think so. I think they used this or the hot iron, which was like,
The hot iron, yeah.
yeah, for like
Which
finger
one
weight.
is schwächert? Which part?
No, this is like full.
This
This,
one.
one.
Okay.
this one is like full. You would put your hair around, then you would put these on the top, so it doesn't slip, and then you would secure it with this. And this was like rubber that would be here, so your hair would be like really tucked and, yeah.
Actually, this also had this. Here is the gummy still
Yeah,
in
this-
place.
Yeah.
So why are the new hair curlers and old hair curlers
I have
doing
no
here in the same
I really-
in the same place?
I would maybe it was like this was used like I believe till like 60s, till the because once you were used to it, I think they didn't want to.
What is that?
Like
Is that new? That thing? Is that it?
maybe they just dumped it here like some.
Probably. Is it? Okay. It's like I've seen punch cards from the Second World War, and I swear to God, we found one here. I would probably, I don't know what I'd do to
Yeah,
myself.
but I would need to research if there was like really these used during World
Is
War.
this metal that's stuck to this piece of stone? That's corroded? There's a lot of really weird stuff down here. Is this part of the newspaper again? Oh, that's another tile. Metal triangle. See, what we really want is under this.
Okay, so this could mean we are part of the Luftschutzraumnetz Stadt.
That's what I told before, yes.
Was war das?
I told them this before.
Yeah.
So this would continue and then would have continued?
To the next basement, yes.
Yeah.
There are main flight ways to flee, and they are can be recognized either by an old map or by wooden plates where you put the electricity fit on.
Yeah, because this was built very interesting and very elaborate.
And this is definitely from the wartime, reinforced by concrete.
Yeah.
You saw the lock there?
Ah, okay.
And look, you know, this one is one we just found on the ground over
Ah,
ceramic.
here it's still in place.
Yeah, the other one over there is lying on the ground. But just they're slightly different than the other ones.
could it be maybe for a Schminkset
Yeah.
for women?
It might be like from maybe somebody had her like kit, or maybe if there was like really like for hiding, they brought like stuff with them.
I mean, just because the Russians are bombing you doesn't mean you can't have nice hair.
Yeah, I mean why not?
Seriously, I mean, what the hell? What kind of girl
But
would...
it's better to do
But this is
anything
definitely not
than
plastic,
to
it's
do
like bakelite.
nothing.
Yeah.
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 And every woman will still bring her handbag, if nothing
Yeah.
else. And there will definitely be a mirror in a handbag. That's an old mirror.
Yeah. I mean, I'm pretty sure you can find like amazing stuff here, but then you need to have like patience.
Well, we need to have a structure search and actually sieve everything through a grate to
Yeah.
leave the big things behind and find out what's underneath, especially places when there's been collapses. Like we're standing underneath all this, there could very easily be, if this collapsed, when did this collapse? Does it collapse at the end of the war? It could collapse 20 years ago. It's hard to say. If this collapsed as part of the end of the war, only God knows what's under here. If it collapsed 20 years ago, well then, you know, it's probably a little less. But the same as the last place, so we never know.
I guess either in the war or when they removed the trash from the damaged buildings
Yeah.
and put it into hollow areas in the
Yeah.
cellar maybe.
So the question is, did they remove bodies and check underneath before they did that?
Normally they might have done it, but as somebody said, they found a
Dog life.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's possible not everybody was found.
Yeah. And if those two bones were human bones at the end of the war, there would have been flesh on them. There would be part of something on those bones. And so nobody had found and removed that. Which means what else?
Well, isn't it possible that it just crumbles the flesh?
I mean, but yeah, but not if it's a year after the war. You'll still know.
Okay, yeah.
But
And
after
so they would have removed it when they see
they would see there's a
still
bloody
blood,
stump
yeah.
or something. They would remove it. If they didn't see that, what else didn't they see? That's what I'm thinking. You know, it's very fascinating. It's amazing what hides under cities.
There's something red.
Cigarette pack.
Also.
This going. What is this? Here's a thin metal thing with a thing with a thing with a screw. And a wood plastic paper thing with a thing with a thing. That used to be a matchbox, I'm thinking. Piece of ceramic.
Das ist ganz erstaunlich.
No, above ground basement's pumpkin.
Ja genau, hier ist die Falltür,
Ja.
also die Tür. Und das war noch nicht dort, diese elektrische Leitung, die Bänder sowieso nicht. Und ich hätte schwören können, dass ich da irgendwie gerade ausgekommen bin.
Okay.
Irgendwas ist eine Raumzeitfalte.
Out.
So now we're coming out at 1933.
It will be maybe 3 days later.
Anything you'd like?
It's okay, yes.
This is very old. Like,
These are wood.
yeah, I think this is even like
The staircases are
Three.
wood, yeah.
20th century, like before that.
I mean, they reinforced these with wood. It's amazing they're still here.
I think this powder might be a sign of the Hausschwamm, which is a very aggressive fungi which destroys all wood.
I mean, yeah, I mean the wood is eventually going to rot. Certainly.
Yeah, but if you take this to your hotel, then the hotel will not be there.
There was also white doors down there. Was it locked or not? There was like same white doors when we went there.
I'm not sure.
But I think no one tried to.
This is very interesting. I guess it's just hanging there. I didn't live there. So they repaired one step and the others are...
I came. I'll wait until this video is not off.
Yeah, you never
I
know.
came on a video to open lock. And then since then YouTube suggests me always how to break it.
Look, there's like probably money.
Yeah.
Looks good.
But it's hard to tell from what is it.
Bring it with you, we'll clean it.
Yeah, okay.
See what it is.
We
It's
can-
interesting that will be all the way up here though.
It was like really like there in the corner. So maybe somebody.
Yeah, I mean these stairs are definitely true to the age.
Maybe actually under many houses were like places like that, and they were storing ice for and selling it to the like all pubs and stuff, because before refrigerators they used to store ice and meat in those like
And they will slide them down the slides.
yeah, because it was cold here. So it's very difficult to say what is this.
Cellars are from a totally different Grundriss construction design than today's house on the upper side. We have this in many houses where almost the complete house is from 18 or 17 something, and the cellar is from, let's say, 1300 or 1400 or something.
Yeah.
But it's amazing. When people destroy it by Tiefgaragen, by underground garages,
Yeah.
or they make a sauna or something, and then there gets concrete, and
Yeah.
then you lose all the historic.
But it's also often that the second or third level is the oldest one, and there are newer levels above.
Yeah.
I mean, below.
Below. Sorry.
Yeah, I mean, you would always build European cities on top of old cities, on top of older cities, on top of older cities. And like, just like look at London, it's literally built on the old London, but it's way down. This is no different. And I mean, the Romans were in Vienna.
These are the remainings of Winterborner.
Yeah. It was like...
Despite the war having been over for over 8 decades, tens of thousands of soldiers and civilians who died during this time have still never been recovered. Now only discovered by chance. Their remains are still being found from time to time, and as we will soon present to you, also mass graves are still missing to be found from the time of the war. And in my opinion, all secrets and fates of the Second World War cannot truly be told until the last soldier and civilian have been brought home and properly buried. My name is Tino Struckmann. I run Lost Battlefields. Every year, I travel around the world to try to bring you to all the most interesting historical military locations from modern wars and the World War II special projects, battlefields, forts, fortresses, and tunnels, everything else. Things you may not be able to see or go to yourselves. Please join me on Patreon or join Lost Battlefields through the website so you get access to all my files and my notes. It really does help, and like, follow, share here on the channel if you can. That helps too.